Welcome to the FireStorm Racing Memorial 300 here from Charlotte Motor Speedway. We have drivers out on their lap as we have Bryce Shoemaker finishing up his lap in the number 2 machine. Jacob Malone on track, as well as Joel Brooks in the 00. Malone in the number 8 Cheddar's mobile. Malone is on his last lap. Is gonna go 4th fastest, and Brooks on his final lap in the number 00 Budweiser painted entry out of turn 4. Down to the stripe it'll be. Up to P8. Keith Shoemaker down to last. We got both the Shoemaker brothers. I believe they are brothers here. We got 2 Shoemakers, Bryce and Keith. As hopefully later on tonight I will be joined by James R. Hartley. But right now we are not joined by James R. Hartley. But right now, I believe that'll do it for qualifying. It'll be Scott Bryant on pole position. Gio Turpin, Bryce Shoemaker, Jacob Malone, Tyler J. Curley, Brandon Redford, Michael Deutsch, Joel Brooks, Keith Shoemaker, and Jordan Herring. It's actually not in the session right now. Here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, as we are going to go racing here at Charlotte for 200 laps. So the stages tonight are going to be 40 laps and 100 laps. And then it will be I believe a 60 lap sprint to the end. Sorry. No, lap 40 and lap 100 will be stages. So these drivers will be 40, 60, and 100 stage lengths. Let's go over your starting lineup. Starting on pole position in the number 52 Shenandoah Shine entry will be Scott Bryant. Starting right to the outside of him will be the number 42 Lowe's entry of Gio Turpin. Third, Bryce Shoemaker in the number 2 Miller time car. Jacob Malone there. We're going to have Tyler J. Curry, Brandon Redford, Michael Deutsch, Joel Brooks, Keith Shoemaker, and Jordan Herring rounding out your field. as we're going to take one quick break before we go green. We're going to give you guys a little bit of information about FireStorm Racing. You can find them on Twitter at FireStorm Racing 1, Facebook at FireStorm Racing, and you can email them firestorm84@gmail.com. These drivers, as they roll into 3 and 4, but the pace lights are off. We're going to go green this time by pace car is going to make the hard left-hander in front of the leader, Scott Bryant. Green flag is out and we're racing from Charlotte. Bryant not going to get the greatest of start. Gio Turpin with a good start as he will pull right. He will be right behind Scott Bryant. Out of turn 2 is their double file back. Here comes, I believe that's Tyler J. Curry on the bottom of 3 wide. That'll be Bryce Shoemaker backing out of that situation as we got a scene that looks to be the 38 of Jacob, or sorry, the 8 of Jacob Malone on third. Battle for the lead though. Scott Bryant under pressure from Gio Turpin, and Turpin's going to go to the bottom. Through 1 and 2, out of 2 on the back straight. You see Jacob Malone running the high side. Here comes Malone. Using that high side, getting those runs out of the corner, possibly going to be able to make a move here on Malone. Gio Turpin. He is Malone at the bottom of the racetrack. He is going to try and get by Turpin going through 3 and 4. Out of turn 4, it's all Scott Bryant here 3 laps in at Charlotte. Looking back at the battle between Brandon Redford and Tyler J. Curry on the bottom. On the bottom. Another battle back here will be Bryce Shoemaker and Jordan Herring. Herring in the 23, Toyota, and Shoemaker in number 2 Ford. Back up here as these drivers start to single file out heading into 1. Through 1 and 2. Battle here between Brandon Redford and Tyler J. Curley. Oh, Scott Bryant looked to be washed up the racetrack. Here comes Gio Turpin on the bottom. He gave the guys behind a good shot. Here comes Brandon Redford in number 9 Hooters. Car as Malone gonna go to the high side as we are 6 laps through of 2 minutes. Down to the back straight, onto the back straightaway. Turpin's starting to get filed out. He'll go down to 4th, battling with Tyler Curley for 4th now. Malone real close to that wall. We'll give Malone a good shot going into 1. Not going to be close enough. Here comes Curley. He got by the 48 as he dropped to 4th. Fifth side. Now Curly side by side. A good chance here for Malone. Here comes Redford on the bottom. Malone side by side, not going to be able to stay side by side. He's going to get into the wall hard. He'll be side by side with Curly out of 2. It's right on board with Tyler J. Curly. He's able to get by Malone now, trying to chase down Scott Bryant. Scott Bryant, I believe, just got in the wall. We'll have to take a look at it. Let's go back and take a look at it. As we saw Curly just get into the wall there. Yeah, Malone drifted up, got into the wall there. Trying to go on the high side. Real close to that wall out of 2. And into the wall is Bryce Shoemaker behind. That'll be Michael Deutsch getting side by side. It looked to be with him. As the battle behind will be Gio Turpin and Jacob Malone. Through 3 and 4. It's all Scott Bryant now, but it's been all Scott Bryant. 12 laps through. Looking at Curly. Trying to get inside of Scott Bryant. Looking back. Oh, it'll be into the wall as Bryant side by side out of turn number 4. At the stripe, it'll be too close to the call, but Curly, new race leader by about a nose now. Heading through 3 and 4. Sorry, 1 and 2. Now going into 3 and 4. Side by side. Bryant has had the faster car, but Curly has been running him down with the mistakes Bryant's been making. That time by Bryant was about a 10th faster. After recovering, after getting into the wall. So, you can see the tire fall off. Lap 10, 4.5 laps ago, they were running 30.8s. Now they're running almost a second slower. These guys are really battling tires right now. Right there, they're almost even. And I believe this is Keith Shoemaker is actually the fastest car on track right now. As Joel Brooks, lap traffic of Joel Brooks could play a factor here. 16 laps into this race. Down the back straightaway. Side by side. Curly in the middle of the track. Now down to the bottom hard. Bryant goes to the lead after losing it for a split second to Bryant down into 3. Curly working that bottom, hoping for Bryant to make a mistake. Bryant flawless through 2. Down the back straightaway. The battle for third now will be Bryce Shoemaker and Brandon Redford. Redford on the bottom. He'll go by Bryce Shoemaker in the 2, but Shoemaker got with the undercut down to the bottom of the racetrack. Will get by him at the line, heading into 1. The battle for the lead is between Scott Bryan and Tyler J. Curley. Tyler keeping up with the driver that's started to do really well these past couple of weeks. Won the Clash. Now looking for his first regular season win. Curley will go to the lead. Slides up in front of Bryant. New race leader, it'll be Tyler Curley. Bryant firing right back on the bottom. But Tyler J. Curley, the first driver tonight to take the lead from Scott Bryan. As these leaders are starting to catch lap traffic, I believe that's Joel Brooks in the 00. Yep, that's Joel Brooks in the 0. Looking back at the battle back here for third, it'll be Bryce Shoemaker and Brandon Redford. Redford on the high side. Shoemaker on the bottom. As Curley starting to expand his lead. And it'll be Redford will clear going into 1. Now will be Gio Turpin be able to capitalize. Jacob Malone on the high side here trying to catch up to these guys. As it'll be Redford into the wall, slightly out of 2, heading into 3 and 4 now. Here comes Gio Turpin on the bottom. He'll get to the inside of Bryce Shoemaker. Bryce will slide down in front of Turpin and keep his 4th place spot. Is Turpin on the bottom there? Bryce on the high side. And Joel Brooks will go to the bottom. But here is Scott Bryan. He is caught back up to Tyler Curley. Curley on the bottom, Bryant on the top. Battle for third. Side by side. These leaders are starting to get a little impatient with each other. They're racing each other really hard. Brandon Redford out of 4. Is he going to be able to keep his 3rd place spot? Still side by side, exiting the travel into 3 or into 1. Apologies. Is the battle for the lead now, bumper to bumper. Right up close to the wall is Scott Bryant, as I believe he's going to be able to get clear heading into 3. And the battle for the lead and the battle for third heating up now. I would say a 4-car battle. Bryce Shoemaker, Brandon Redford, Gio Turpin, and Jacob Malone. He's started to creep up into this fight. As Curley trying to get back to the lead and take it away from Bryant once again. As Bryant hard into the wall sideways. It slowed down the 43. They're side by side across the stripe. It'll be Bryant leading that lap. Curly on the bottom. He is going to be able to clear going through 1 and 2. The run is going to be in favor of Bryant here out of 2. He'll have the run down the back straightaway. Is he going to make a move into 3 and 4? No, he will not. Not yet, at least there. Blinking is the 43. And that caused Bryant to lift in the corner as we are now, I believe, 12 laps to go in the stage. Down the back straightaway. Bryant on the high side, Curly on the bottom. Bryant still running the high side after getting into the wall. Bryant pulling the gap ever closer. Now these guys battling for third. I've started to ease up against each other, but now we have the battle for, I believe this is 6th, between Jacob Malone, Michael Deutsch, and Keith Shoemaker. Deutsch on the bottom in that number 5 HendrickCars.com paint scheme. Leaders have built an impressive 4-second lead. Caution flag is out. Jacob Malone. And Keith Shoemaker. Big contact for Malone and Shoemaker. Malone's front end is gone. Let's go to the undecided racing replay. These guys were battling really hard. Let's take a look. Oh, I'm going to have to slow it down here. Out of 4, just Keith got onto the quarter panel of the 8. And the 8 sent the 6 around and hard into the wall. Roof flaps do its job and keep the 6 on the racing surface. As Jacob Malone slides backwards. Oh my goodness. Massive shunt there. Let's take a look. Out of 4 here. It just gets into him. And just hard contact. First caution of the day involving Jacob Malone and Keith Shoemaker battling hard, and everyone's going in except I believe that's Brandon Redford and Gio Turpin. I'm gonna stay out and risk it here for the stage. Tyler Curley leading us into pit road. It'll be Tyler Curley, Bryce Shoemaker, Scott Bryant, Michael Deutsch, Jacob Malone, and Keith Shoemaker, Jordan Herring, and Joel Brooks still in the pit lane. 1 lap down. I believe they are 1 lap down. Am I mistaken? They are not 1 lap down. We're going to go to a commercial break and we will be right back. We are back here from Charlotte Motor Speedway as we are about to go we are 1 lap to green, and we're going to go racing once again with 5 laps to go on the stage. Pace car is in. Barney Jr. the third waves the green flag, and we're racing. Once again here from Charlotte with 5 laps to go in stage number 1. Brandon Redford out front early. Without pit, he did not pit. Gio Turpin as well did not pit. First car that did pit is Tyler J. Curry. He is going to go to the inside of Brandon Redford, and he's going to get by him. Oh, into the wall, I believe is Scott Bryant. Bryant sent it into the corner hard. He's going to get into the wall. He is around. Oh, Scott Bryant's around. Caution flag is out. And Tyler Curley will win stage number 1 here in the FireStorm Racing Memorial 300 on Memorial Day weekend. Scott Bryant sent it in a little hard into 3, and we're gonna take a look at what happened. We saw him send it in a little deep into the corner. Right there, he gets into the wall and then just corrects it multiple times. Ooh, almost gets into Jordan Herring and goes around in the Shenandoah Shine number 52. Nice Memorial Day paint scheme. Sadly destroyed early. Your former race leader done very good all night. Let's take a ride on board with him. Right there, he sends it in a little deep. Just trying to gather it all up. Gets into the wall there. Almost in Jordan Herring. He gets into the wall very, very hard. And was able to keep it going. As we got pit stops, it'll be Brandon Redford into the pits with Gio Turpin, Keith Shoemaker, Jacob Malone, and then Scott Bryant once again back into the pits. Tyler J. Curry gonna win stage number 1.
surfing look like he wrecking, y'all. Surfing and wreck.
We're going to go to a commercial break.
Want a race? Ready, set, go!
Green flag is in the air.
We're back here from Charlotte Motor Speedway for the FireStorm Racing Memorial 300, and we are going to go racing here in stage number 2. It'll be Tyler Curley leading us to green, Jordan Herring. We haven't seen him all race. On the outside, Bryce Shoemaker. On inside, Keith Shoemaker. On the outside, Michael Deutsch. On the inside, row number 3. Row number 3 outside will be Jacob Malone in the number 8. Row 4, Gio Turpin and Scott Bryant. Row 5, Redford and Joel Brooks rounding out your field. We're going to go green flag racing once again here from Charlotte. Green flag is out and we're racing once again. Down the back straight away. Side by side. Bryant trying to get back through the field, pushing hard. I believe Deutsch got into the wall a tad bit. Schumacher starting to fall back. Ooh, alone. Caution flag is out. Oh! Tyler J. Curley, sorry. He's around, and he is involved. Let's take a look at what happened. Oh. Herring got into the wall hard. And then 43, yeah. Right there. And there's where the 23 came back onto the track. And I possibly got in the inside wall there. Barely got in the inside wall. Into the wall nonetheless for Tyler J. Curley. Third caution of the night comes on lap 44. See Tyler Herring here. He's going to be getting his laps back after the incident involving him and Tyler Curley. Out of 4, made contact. Curley went around. Herring was able to save it. And that will give us another chance at a restart. So these drivers starting to get a little antsy. Starting to push for stage points. The stage points are pretty crucial here in the All-Terrain Cup Series. One lap to green here from Charlotte Motor Speedway. In the FireStorm Memorial 300. Sorry, FireStorm Racing Memorial 300. We are gonna go green on lap number 48. Stage caution number 2 will come out on lap 100. It's hard to tell if these drivers are going to make it to the stage on fuel. Only time will tell. Out of turn number 4. Green flag is back out. Bryce Shoemaker leads us to green. Shoemaker drops down in front of Deutsch. Deutsch. Shuffled to the outside. Shuffled to the outside. Oh! We're wrecking! Oh, it's a big one! Oh my! Oh my god! Oh my gosh! Oh my! Holy cow, Geo Turpin and Jordan Herring upside down. Everyone was in it. Joel Brooks up to second. He's damaged. I think the only car that made it out of that clean is the 2 of Bryce Shoemaker. What just happened? There's a lot to unpack here. And, oh my goodness. First, I don't know where to start with this one. You start here. We're gonna have to go slow for this one. Alright, out at 2. I don't know where it's right there, some possible net code. And then 5 gets into the wall. Here goes Scott Bryant. The 5 of Deutsch. Yep, and there's Bryant Harden in the wall. Here's Geo Turpin. Oh my goodness. And then we're still wrecking. Here's Jacob Malone around. And then the 23 gets tagged by, I don't even know who. I think the 6. And then the 00 comes piling in. The 5 hits the wall and hits the 23. 23 of Herring flips on his, does a barrel roll midair. These guys are stopped. Keith Shoemaker stopped. A lot that went down there. I think we're going to have to ride on board with Keith Shoemaker to really see what happened. Oh my goodness. Let's ride on board with Jacob Malone. I think he might have the better view of this one. Oh my goodness. I think we're gonna have to bring in I don't know, but we're gonna interview someone here. I really don't know who. Let's bring in Brandon Redford. Brandon, that went down.
Yo, what's up?
It's Mason up here with got a copy. Was this a bad time?
I got you.
Was this a bad time?
No, it's alright.
Alright, Brandon. What did I just witness?
I couldn't tell you. Yeah, I was in the back, and I just saw him start checking up, and I got on the brakes and it wasn't enough, and ran to the back of, I think, the 8 car, and then it just went down from there. So.
A lot went down. I mean, you explained what you just saw, but how can you put it into perspective of how big of a wreck that was?
That was the whole field, wasn't it?
I think every car except Bryce Shoemaker made it out. Sorry, every car that wasn't Bryce Shoemaker made it out, or did not make it out without damage.
Yikes. Well, let's just say that was the biggest wreck I've ever seen, especially at Charlotte here, and in the series. So, so much for keeping our car clean. But yeah, we're about to go green here, so I'm hoping
gonna send you
to
back,
not
Brandon.
have another wreck. All right, man. Thank you.
Yep. Sorry, I had to rush him out as we are about to go green flag racing once again. Didn't want to hold him up any longer. Green flag is back out. Oh my goodness. Big stack up there. That's the 00. Possibly blew up. I don't believe he blew up. As the 23 of Jordan Herring, right after he flipped back in it. Big stack up there. That's the in the 3 and 4. It'll be Shoemaker. Whoa! Watch out, Jordan Herring. Really loose there. Out of 4. Possibly made contact with Bryant. Oh, we're wrecking! Oh, we're wrecking again. Oh, watch out! Oh! Holy cow! Into the catch fence! Into the catch fence! Keith Shoemaker. What the hell is happening? I mean, we're gonna have to take a look at it. I think it was the 48 of Geo Turpin again. Gets his day is done. His day is in oh my goodness. .43 spinning up the track. And the 6 of Keith Shoemaker. Upside down. And I believe Tyler Curley and Geo Turpin, their days are done. Yeah. That seems to be it for the 43 of Curley. He has DC'd out of the race chat. I believe he's already used his fast repair. I believe his day is done. That was interesting wreck. I still don't know what to make of that wreck. Let's take another look at it. So the 48 comes down, gets into the 8. 48 comes up, gets in the Curly. 48's gonna go around here. Hits the 8 again. 48 gets stuck into the wall. So then the 8 of Malone. Hard into the wall. Oh, that's a big hit for Curly. Curly sliding up the track. Keith Shoemaker. He kind of turns down into Shoemaker. Or sorry, into Curly. It's actually right on board with Keith Shoemaker. It's one of the few times the roof flaps did not do their job. But I don't know if you're going to be able to... If the roof flaps are going to really save you that one. As his car kind of catapulted into the catch fence. As we're 1 lap to green again. Green flag is back out. And we're underway again. We are down to 8 cars left with Keith Shoemaker in the pits. So 7, 6, I'd say 5 in this pack. Bryant bump drafting. And Bryce Shoemaker. And it'll be Herring to the lead, the fish. Riding on board with Scott Bryant. Right there, you saw it. 52 got to the back bumper of the 23 of Herring. Herring moved up the track. Bryant now capitalizing as going to the bottom. Herring and him make contact. At the line, it'll be Bryant back to the lead, side by side with Jordan Herring. Herring clears it. 3 Malone's around. Caution flag flies again. Jacob Malone is involved. Big time damage for Malone. Let's take a look at it on the undecided racing replay. Let's ride on board Jacob Malone. I hear you. He's starting to lose it down the straightaway. And, right there, yeah. Yep, and just loses it. Goes around. Tried to, I think he gassed up, trying to get it to flip around, and wasn't able to. We're going to take one more quick ad break. We'll be right back. We're back from commercial break here for the FireStorm Memorial 300. Let's bring in the 6th place driver and race sponsor, Bryce Shoemaker. Bryce, it's Mason up here in the booth. Got a copy? Bryce, it's Mason up here in the booth. Got a copy? Seems like we're not able to talk to Bryce at this moment. But I believe we're going to be 1 to green this time. Let's see. 1 to green this time. Herring decides to choose the high side. That'll mean Deutsch to the bottom. As we're about to go back green flag racing, the green flag is flying back from Charlotte. Joel Brooks not going to get a good start. That'll be Redford and Malone stuck behind him. Malone sideways. Malone's in the wall. He's going to be able to save it. But your race leader is Scott Bryant. He was able to get by Herring while we were watching, see if Malone would go around after he got into the wall. Out of turn number 2. Herring. That car has come to life in this later half of this race. As the track has gone tonight, that car has come alive, but Scott Bryant's has as well. Scott Bryant had a dominant car early, has a dominant car now. Can Scott Bryant hold? How long will it take for Herring to catch back up? Bryant. Battle for, I believe, third between Michael Deutsch and Brandon Redford and Malone is into the pits. Number 8 cars. Here comes Redford to the outside. Side by side down the back straightaway. Heading into turn number 3. Here comes Deutsch back on the bottom. And they're wrecking! Caution flag is going to fly hard into the wall. Let's go back and take a look at what happened. As these guys were battling really hard. Right there, Herring, lucky to not get involved. Let's take a look. We're gonna be looking here at the 2 car, and Herring's gonna get into the 5, then get into the 2. It's hard contact for those drivers. Very hard contact for the 2. 5 car really didn't have that big of contact. Deutsch will actually stay out on the racetrack. Deutsch was able to lock it down there, and the 2 car was not. Deutsch locks it down and barely gets into the wall. That's the 2 car of Bryce Shoemaker. Heavy, heavy damage. There's Joel Brooks into the pits as well with them. Joel Brooks starting to run up front here with some of these guys. And then at some times, and at other times, damage and other things holding him back. Scott Bryant raced the leader, Brandon Redford and Jordan Herring. Your top 3. Let's see if we can bring in. See who we can bring in. Let's bring in Brandon Redford and see what he got from his view. Hey, Brandon, it's Mason up here in the booth. Got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
What happened there from your point of view? What were you able to see?
From the rear view, all I saw was the 23 and the 5. They went 2 wide, and I think the 2 came from the top and made it 3 wide, and then I think the 23 got a little. Yeah, I don't know if he came up or not, but I think he got a little scared or wasn't really expecting them to go 3 wide or something, and they just ended up turning each other. So that's all I saw.
All right, Brandon, how's the car feeling out there?
It's feeling all right. We're still in the original car that we have. We haven't used a faster pair, so I am pretty confident for the end of this race. Just playing it safe and being careful.
Is there anything we need? I need to know, and the people watching at home need to know about the fuel situation here.
I think it's 50 laps of fuel in the tank. So right now I've got 10 laps down on the car, so we still got like 40 laps to go, or in a fuel. So every 50 laps per pit, the car should be able to go 50 laps.
All right. Anyone you'd like to thank, Brandon?
I'd like to thank the FireStorm Racing for putting this race together and being the main sponsor for tonight.
All right, Brandon, thank you as always. Was Brandon Redford, the driver of the number 9 Hooters Camaro here on Memorial Day weekend. Green flag is back out, and we're racing here from Charlotte. Brian out to a good lead. Redford, Deutsch, and Herring. Deutsch and Herring side by side. Down the back straightaway. Deutsch and Herring. And there's Bryce Shoemaker now one lap down. The battle for second is between Brandon Redford and Jordan Herring. Side by side in the 3, and Herring will take the lead. Will take over second place, trying to chase down the leader of Scott Bryant. Redford was able to get by Herring. Bryce Shoemaker on those newer, fresher. Herring on those newer, fresher. Shoemaker on those newer, fresher tires, trying to chase down Scott Bryant and get his position back. It'll be Herring got by Redford. Redford trying to catch Herring down again. Scott Bryant out to a commanding lead, almost a whole second lead, as we're gonna go NASCAR All-Terrain Cup Series, crank it up. The battle for the lead is starting to heat up here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Herring has caught up to Scott Bryant. Scott Bryant's into the wall. Herring has been consistent, a couple tenths faster a lap than Bryant. Right there, a tenth faster than Bryant. Out of turn number 4. It'll be Bryant starting to extend his lead. That time by Herring was a lot slower. Lost quite a bit of time to the number 52 Shenandoah Shine of Scott Bryant. Bryant almost has a gap to 1 second. We're going to go to a commercial break here.
Wanna race? Ready, set, go.
Green flag is in the air.
We're back here from Charlotte Motor Speedway as Scott Bryant has a now 2-second gap with 10 laps to go in stage number 2. Bryant running the high side. Shoemaker, 1 lap down. Down the back straightaway, coming to 8 to go in the stage. Eight laps to go here in stage number 2. Lap traffic of Joel Brooks, the second. On the bottom, will not interfere with Scott Bryant. Scott Bryant takes 7 laps to go on the stage. He's going to get by Joel Brooks. Side by side with Joel Brooks quite easily. And get by Joel Brooks quite easily. Next time by, he will get the 6 to go in the stage. Next time by, he will get the 4 laps to go. 4 to go now for Scott Bryant. Two to go in the stage next time by. Bryce Shoemaker is gotten by Jordan Herring. He is going to start to try and chase down Scott Bryant, who now has a 7-second lead. 2 to go in stage 2. Down the back straightaway. A 7, almost 8-second lead now. The battle for third, Deutsch. He is hard charging. He's going to get by Brandon Redford. White flag is out for Bryce Shoemaker. Sorry, for Scott Bryant. Bryce Shoemaker right behind him trying to get his lap back. These guys are battling hard into the walls, the 9. Down the back straightaway for the final time in stage number 2. Bryce Shoemaker could coast. Bryce Shoemaker is going to win here in stage number 2. There's the caution flag for the stage. And it'll be the 8th, bring us up to the 8th caution of the night. Here at halfway. See if we can bring in Scott Bryant. Scott, it's Mason up here in the booth. Got a copy?
I do.
All right, Scott, congrats on the dominant stage 2 performance there. Building almost a 10-second gap to the second place driver. How were you able to do it?
Just got to the front early there on that restart and held my line, ran a solid line that I kept going and going lap after lap and kept it consistent.
All right, Scott, you know, what was the situation on fuel there at the end of that stage?
Oh, I was completely fine. I pitted on, I think, lap 61, so I had plenty to go to the end there. So I didn't really have to worry about saving any gas or anything.
All right, Scott. Well, congrats on the stage 2 win, and good luck in the final stage.
Thank you.
That was Scott Bryant, the number 52 Shenandoah Shine Toyota. A very, very good performance from Jordan Herring, as he was running up front and finished the stage in second. Brandon Redford will be second, and Michael Deutsch third, Jordan Herring fourth, and then Bryce Shoemaker will round out your leaders, and then it'll be Joel Brooks rounding out your field in sixth place. Reason I say Bryce Shoemaker will drop to the tail of the field is he has to pit, as well as he will have to let everyone by due to being the lucky dog. He'll have to drop to the tail of the longest line. Joel Brooks getting his laps back. He'll be one lap down now. Here in the FireStorm Memorial 300, Stage 2 winner is Scott Bryant. Believe this will be the one green, yep, choose cone. It'll be Scott Bryant going to the high side, Redford to the bottom. Oh, Herring to the top, Deutsch to the bottom, Shoemaker to the bottom, and then Joel Brooks will fill in either the top or bottom. I want to guess the top when he gets around, because he is back on the lead lap now. Green flag is back out and we're racing once again, and it'll be Scott Bryant dropping to the bottom, and Redford, everyone else, the rest of the field really not getting a good start. Everyone kind of sort of in a single file train, not any longer, as Redford will be in front of Herring, and Herring's into the wall. Herring's wrecking. He'll save it. Deutsch is going to get by him. Now Redford has the very difficult task of chasing down Scott Bryant. He's done it. He has done the task so difficult. He has caught Scott Bryant. Whether Scott is driving as fast as he was, 4/10 faster was Redford last time. By this time by only 1/10 faster. Into the 29s there. So Bryant, it was pushing in the 29s there. And Redford is the fastest car on track right now. Set a 20.875. 29.875. This time by, he will get to the outside. Redford to the outside. Redford gonna run a 30.02. Redford's gonna barely get into the wall. He's gonna scrape it, as you can see, herring loose back there. It'll be Redford. He'll go to the bottom of Scott Bryant. Bryant found consistency early in stage 2 and throughout, or middle of stage 2, found consistency. And this time, Redford has found his early short run consistency. Redford to the top of the racetrack. He will be side drafting Scott Bryant down the straightaway. He will go to the outside. Bryant and Redford swapping leads. Redford, 10th faster, past 2 laps. This time by, he will clear Redford to the lead. And he'll be almost 2/10 quicker this time. Into the wall. Into the wall. Slowed these guys down. Let's actually take another look at it. Right here, he was going up the track. Got into the wall. Almost in the race leader of Brandon Redford. They're side by. They were partially side by side for it. Down the back straightaway. Scott Bryant. Bryant running second. Redford running in the lead. Redford has the short run speed. We know. Here comes Bryant. Right as I was about to say, Bryant's got the long run speed. Here comes Bryant. Redford's in the wall. Redford's gonna clear. To the bottom of the racetrack goes Bryant. Bryant had the run out of the corner. Bryant to the lead now. They're not clear yet. He got clear and now holding out front. Redford to the bottom. Brian possibly got into the wall there. I believe he did get into the wall there slightly. We got Joel Brooks in the pits now. Bryant. Bryant, side by side, is Bryce Shoemaker and Michael Deutsch. We're going to kind of go to a NASCAR nonstop here. We are back from our crank it up. Because we got a caution, as Larry Mack would say. We got a caution. flag is flown here on lap 125. Now on 127. And now let's actually take a look at what happened. It was involving Joel Brooks. We were just coming out of the pits. Oh, it got loose. Hit the wall right in front of the leaders. And that brought out the caution. Redford gets out in front of former race leader Scott Bryant. We are one lap to green. After our 9th caution, we're going to be going green with 71 laps to go. Green flag is back out when we're racing. Redford got a good start, but so did Bryant. Trying to guess the start, not good enough. Better than Bryce Shoemaker and Michael Deutsch. Deutsch didn't get a great start. Herring gonna get past Bryce Shoemaker. Side by side down the back straightaway. Into 3. Almost some contact with the wall there. Caution flag flies once again. It is, oh, Bryce Shoemaker. Let's take a look at what happened. Oh, big hit for Bryce. Unlucky day here. It's getting even worse. Gonna have to go back and really slow it down. Try and get a good view of what happened. So Deutsch with some damage gets loose out of the corner, while just some kind of net code right there, and hard into the wall. Oh, something happened here. Let's take a look at what happened. It was like Bryce was trying to come into the pit, missed his spot, corrected hard in the wall, and a big damage on that race car. So he jumped to the pits, and I believe his day is gonna be done. Deutsch coming into pit road, and as the field's gonna roll by Bryce Shoemaker. One to green this time by. It'll be Brandon Redford. It's our 10th caution of the night. It'll be Brandon Redford, Scott Bryant, Jordan Herring on the high side, and Michael Deutsch on the bottom. Here we go. We're gonna go green. Green flag is out and we're racing once again. Side by side for the race lead. Redford on the high side, Brian on the bottom. These two have been battling it all for the past, I would have to say, 38 laps. Since they went green for the stage, these two have been battling really, really, really hard. And they still are, as they're side by side. At the line, it's going to be Redford, I believe. Bryant's going to get it at the line. Never mind. Brian on the bottom, hugging that white and blue line. Bryant's going to be able, Redford's going to be able to clear, but Scott Bryant, we know he's got a couple tricks up his sleeve as they're pulling away from Herring and Deutsch. Bryant side by side still with Redford. Redford and him battling really hard here. Almost. Oh, Redford into the wall hard. Gives Bryant the lead of the race. Side by side, battling hard. Still. Side by side, still out of 4. Neck and neck racing is Redford's going to slot behind Bryant. Bryant. Now up to a 2/10 gap. 3 almost. 3. I would say almost 3/10 gap. 2.5 gap. This is the battle for third heating up between Jordan Herring and Michael Deutsch. Redford still hanging on there. As we are now 51 laps to go here from Charlotte in the FireStorm Racing Memorial 300. Redford still keeping a solid 3/10 gap. Bryant trying to extend that gap. Now the gap is to 4/10. Almost half a second here. Redford made a crucial error. His gap now. He has to work and find 2 seconds more pace to catch up to Scott Bryant, who's pulling away. The gap is now 2.2 seconds. for Bryant. A 2.64-second lead. .8 seconds for Scott Redford. In between him and Brandon Redford. There's about half of turn 3, about half of 3 and 4. Redford entering turn 1. Bryant in exiting turn 2, and Redford in the middle of 1 and 2. And as you can barely see Redford, as Bryant's in the wall, but I don't think that's going to make much of a difference for Redford. Redford's going to need a miracle. Oh, Herring's off track. Damage to Herring. Hit the wall hard. Went through the grass. Not what he wants. Bryant. There's almost a 6-second gap on Brandon Redford. Redford coming out of 2. Bryant on the front straightaway. Redford was entering 2. This might give you a better perspective. Redford, all the way back there, you can hardly see him. Almost a second, 7-second lead for Scott Bryant. Herring is about a straightaway ahead of Scott Bryant. Redford, about 2/10 off per lap. Picked up the pace from lap 158, but across the line for Redford. Almost 4/10 off. Redford's gonna need a miracle here. Oh, and Redford's in the wall! Redford, is he going to be able to save it? Yes, he does. Moment there for Brandon Redford. Deutsch now he'll be battling with. Oh, and into the pits is Brandon Redford. It's over for Brandon. He'll need a caution here. Fuel, though. They're about over on their fuel run. They've been on track for about 40 laps now. Bryant last pitted lap 126. Deutsch pitted lap 132. Deutsch now getting by Jordan Herring. My apologies. You're gonna get past Jordan Herring. Redford now back out on track. It'll be Deutsch in P2. Here we go. Jordan Herring into the pits. Bryant. With a 11-second lead over Michael Deutsch. When does Bryant have to pit? Where's Redford? Redford coming out of turn number 2. Bryant just got to the start-finish line. With this race going green, could Redford pitting early have been better? Redford is setting 4/10 quicker than your race leader. Well, now Redford is setting about 2 seconds faster than your leader, as he will cross the line here. So 131, 909 with Bryant extending his lead ever so slightly. Here we go. Pit stops. Into the pits comes Scott Bryant, Bryce Shoemaker back out on track. Bryce is now 39 laps down. Deutsch also in the pits. Redford back on lead lap. Redford might have had the pit call here. It's right on board with it. Looking on the gearbox of Scott Bryant, you can see the black Hooters car in the background. A 1.8 second lead is slowly shrinking. It's not over now. It's not over, folks. It is not over. Oh, Herring's got big damage. Let's take a look at what happened. He's got major damage. He's actually gone off the track apparently. Oh! Herring. Into the wall and spun it around. Bryant, though. Gap went from 30 seconds. Lap 167. Let it even out here to about 1.7 last time around. But this time around it'll be about 2.6 seconds. Herring. He is out. I believe his night will be over. Someone is in the pits, I believe. Yeah, it's Jordan Herring. Redford's gonna need a miracle. He almost had a great strategy call. Maybe if he had pitted a lap earlier, he would have possibly still had a chance. Shoemaker moves up the order up to 5th. Scott Bryant is catching him. Bryant's going to be forced to use the bottom here. I'm not sure if it's been where he has been running. It's Redford running the high side. Gap is now a 4.7 second lead for Scott Bryant. 23 laps to go. Would not say it's over yet. Brandon Redford, a 6.5 second gap in between Bryant and Redford. 21 laps to go, and I believe Redford just got in the wall. Let's take a look. Redford pushing hard. Got loose. Didn't get in the wall, though. I think he did there, though. 20 to go this time by. 18 to go. Redford's in the wall a lot now. Deutsch. Possibly having internet troubles. Not sure what happened with Michael Deutsch. Let's ride on board. Let's ride on board for a couple laps with Scott Bryant. Bryant got into the wall there. I don't think that'll be enough. Brian just so steady throughout the corner. Able to keep him to the high side. 15 laps to go. No nerves as he knows he is home free. All he needs to do is keep it incident free. We are getting word that Michael Deutsch did in fact drop out of his connection. He will most likely be finishing in the 3rd place position. But will Bryant be able to keep it up? He'll need a miracle. And I don't know how much of one he'll get. 12 laps to go. Bryant last lap was over a second and a half slow throughout the corner. We're 11 laps to go. Slow lap for Redford as he's going to get into the wall. It's not going to be a good lap. It's going to be slower than his last time by. Shoemaker. Redford bouncing off the walls. 10 to go. Down the back straightaway. Coming to 9 to go. As Redford heads in the 1. Middle of 1 and 2. There's probably almost half a track separating Redford and Scott Bryant. 8 to go. Oh, and Redford a little loose there. Redford pushing his car. He's going to save it with 7 to go. Pushing his car as hard as he can. Losing it along the way. And Michael Deutsch, yeah, he's out of the race. Bryant and Redford. Redford's into the wall. 6 to go. Redford going through 3 and 4. This time by, it's 5 to go for Scott Bryant. He's got about a whole track lead. This time by for Scott Bryant will be 4 to go. 4 laps to go for Scott Bryant. Barely see the number 52 Shanoa Shine. Car in the background going down the back straightaway. Three to go for Scott Bryant. He has ran away with this race. Two to go for Scott Bryant. His only competition is probably going to be the pit wall, and I don't think he's going to be hitting that anytime soon. His only competition would probably be his internet, and I don't think that'll be a factor for him. White flag is out for Scott Bryant. I think at this point, he's trying to lap the entire field and get Brandon Redford. Scott Bryant has led at least over 100 laps. He has dominated this race. He's been one of the fastest cars all night long. And Scott Bryant is going to come across the line with Bryce Shoemaker wrecking to get the win. He's going to win it. Longest race so far in the All-Terrain Cup Series comes here at Charlotte. For for Scott Bryant. He's going to burn it down. Scott Bryant lasted 300 miles and was able to make it work. Got 150 more than half the field. Let's go over your race results. Scott Bryant's going to park it on the start-finish line. Let's go over your finishing results. It's going to be Scott Bryant in the Chino Shine, racing for Team Chino Shine, in the number 52. Here, let me go to the race results real quick. There we go. Scott Bryant in the Chino Shine, number 52. And it'll be Brandon Redford in the number 9 for Redford Motorsports. Then finish 32 seconds behind Scott Bryant. Finishing third will be Michael Deutsch in the number 5, 24 laps down. Fourth will be Jordan Herring in the number 23, 29 laps down. Fifth will be Bryce Shoemaker in the number 2 for Firestorm Racing. He will finish 40 laps down. Sixth will be Joel Brooks the second in the 00, finishing 53 laps down. Jacob Brooks finishing 7th in the number 38. 135 laps down. Keith Shoemaker finishing 8th in the number 6 for Firestorm Racing. 147 laps down. Gio Turpin in the number 48. Finishing 9th. 148 laps down for Ally Racing. And then rounding out your field will be in 10th, Tyler J. Curley in the number 43, 148 laps down as well. He was one of the better cars all night long. Let's bring in your second place driver of Brandon Redford. Brandon, it's Mason up here in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
That was a tough and long, grueling race. A solid points finish, P2. You know, how's it feel?
It's all right. More exhausted than anything. Just I didn't have what it took to keep up with the 52 on the long run. The car just fell off quickly and just didn't have that long run speed that we needed. So, not sure if we're gonna be racing next week or not, but we're excited to go to the Indy road course for the next race.
Yeah, Brandon. It was a long race, you know, a lot of long runs once we got kind of filed out, and once that 52 got out front, you know, you were battling with them hard for a while there, and you kept up good with them. Anyone you'd like to thank?
I'd like to thank my teammates here with the 5 and the 48. Sucks. The 5, he had disconnected early on accident, or he just lost connection. So it sucks for him, but a solid third place finish for him. And the 48, I'm pretty sure he just got involved in that big one and just couldn't continue. So yeah, shout out to the team. We're gonna be there at the end of the season. And thank you to FireStorm Racing for sponsoring tonight's race. It was a long and grueling one for sure. So yeah, look, we're ready for Indy road course.
All right, Brandon. Thank you, and we will see you in a week or two.
All right, see you, man.
That's Brandon Redford finishing second. We're going to bring in our winner Scott Bryant. Scott, it's Mason up here in the booth. Got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Congrats on the win in a dominating fashion. Over 32 seconds to Brandon Redford. How were you able to have that long run speed at the end?
Just kind of kept it near the wall. Not really tried to push it too hard on the bottom to the right front up. Just trying to save the right front as much as possible and keep myself out the wall.
Yeah, that was a long and grueling race. I think everyone that even watched that could agree. You guys were you and Brandon were battling hard there for a while. You know, what just clicked and it got you going?
I think I was racing him pretty hard, so I just try to have my line where I don't burn as much tire and put him in a position where he burns more tire than I do.
All right, Scott, anyone you'd like to thank?
Shannon O'Shine, FireStorm for sponsoring this race. You for sitting through this long grueling race, and K Designs making the car, and wall magnet photography. He takes all my most of my screenshots if I can't get to them myself.
Yeah, Scott, you did a great job tonight, and have a good rest of your evening and night.
Thank you, too.
That was Scott Bryant, the winner here at Charlotte for the FireStorm Racing Memorial 300. We would like to thank all of our sponsors, Freedom Racing League. We would like to thank Empire Paints Undecided Racing on YouTube. We'd also like to thank the sponsor of this race, FireStorm Racing, for all that they do for this league. And that'll do it for tonight. Thank you guys for watching. We will see you in a week or two in the same time.